Ristar was designed to be a secondary mascot character like Sonic. You know how Nintendo has a roster of iconic Nintendo characters? Mario isn't their only moneymaker. They have Zelda, Metroid, Kirby, Pokemon. They have all these iconic characters that pull in millions of dollars. On the other hand, Sega was crushing Sonic's back the way he was carrying the company. So it was about time they started fresh with a new franchise. So that's how Ristar was born. But before the idea of Ristar came along, Sega actually took the design, the original design of Sonic, where he was a bunny, and in-game it would pick up stuff with his ears and throw them at enemies. Which doesn't sound like a bad idea, but I'm glad we got what we got. After deciding to make the character a child and redesigning him, they finally landed on a game name called Feel. And no, I don't have a damn clue what they were thinking. He looks like a demon. He has this weird grin that makes me uncomfortable, and why the hell is he wearing Sonic the Hedgehog shoes? He's holding up a peace sign so he can ensure the audience that he's not going to kill them. Anyways, after a redesign because someone that was making the game had a brain, we finally got a cute design that we could look at without getting nightmares. And then boom, an amazing game release that's no longer in the App Store for some reason. I don't know why they did that. Isn't that the most played version of the game? So today, there are only 4 ways of playing the game, I think. I think there's a Steam release, and there's 2 re-releases of the game on consoles. And then there's also the original one that came out on Genesis that no one bought. Luckily, I own one of the re-releases on Switch, so after playing it, I have to say, it's my favorite Genesis game besides Sonic 2 and 3. Not 1. Burn 1. I hate 1. If Sonic was Sega's Mario, then Ristar is Sega's Kirby. The game was made in the same engine as Sonic's. You could definitely tell by how it looks. You could tell that the people who made this game have way more experience because it looks way better than Sonic. But that's where the similarities end. It's a completely different game. There's no running in this game at all. You're supposed to explore. Even though all you can do in this game is jump and grab, the game uses it to its full potential. When Ristar grabs an enemy, he kills it by slamming his body into it. When you hold down the grab button, you can hold stuff, like these plants that can carry you around. And by continuing to smack your body into the wall, you're able to climb stuff. You could also grab this, which swings you around. I don't know what it is, but it launches you up in the air for a short amount of time, helping you reach places that you couldn't reach before. Pun not intended. This is all amazing, 10 out of 10 gameplay, and when you beat a level, this happens. Game's really challenging, which is kind of upsetting because there's no saves, which is super annoying. And why? Sonic 3 had a save and this came out after. Luckily, in the version of the game that I have, you can save anytime, which I took full advantage of. And without it, I probably wouldn't have gone past the second planet. Something worth noting is that the game also isn't on the Sega Genesis Mini for some reason, which is weird. The reason I didn't buy the Sega Genesis Mini is because it doesn't have that many games I'm interested in. But if it had Ristar in it, I feel like I would have bought it. If I had money, of course. I couldn't buy it even if I wanted to. Also, years ago, my brother made me this Ristar plush, which, I mean, it looks pretty official if you ask me. He got way better at sewing. I could probably ask him to remake it. So if you couldn't tell, I love this game. It's fun and it holds a special place in my heart. So what happened to it? Why isn't there any sequels? Well, that's because there were supposed to be sequels, but then Sega canceled it. Why, you may ask? Well, that's because the first game didn't sell well. But why? Is it because the game is actually bad? No, it's all Sega's fault. There was zero marketing for this game, and even if there was, it was released during a time where new consoles were already coming out, like the Sega Saturn. Sorry, I forgot no one played that. The Nintendo 64. Imagine Nintendo released a new game with new characters on the Wii U, even though the Nintendo Switch is already coming out. I swear, if this game came out alongside the Sonic games, it would have done great. So after it not selling well, Sega lost interest in the IP and just forgot about it. Sometimes they post about him here and there, giving us fans hope and then never doing anything with him. This isn't the only franchise they've done it with too. Nights in the Dreams is also a great game that released on a bad console that no one bought. So they gave up on it even though there's a bunch of fans that want a sequel. And sometimes they mention it here and there to give us hope and then continue to not do anything with it. Anyways, I hope you guys continue to make fan art and support these games. If you like this video, subscribe. I'm gonna go wish upon a star. Why is that cloud shaped like a mushroom?